Hello. Hi, Manish. You can say hello in the chat. Mention where you are from. Can you guys hear me? Uh, Anmol, Pratiksha, if you can tell me in the chat that y'all can hear me and see me very clearly. Just confirm in the chat that y'all can see me and hear me very clearly. Hi, Kriti, can you confirm in the chat that you can see me and hear me? Somehow, Pratiksha, I'm not able to, if somebody can mention in the chat. Or Pratiksha, can you unmute yourself and tell me whether you can hear me or
Yes, sir.
you can hear
Hello.
me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hear me and see me, but why the chat is not working? I can't put any. Can you put some comment in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Manish. You can say hello. Hi, Rekha. You can say hello in the chat. I'm not able to see any chat here at all. Is the chat working? Just have to check that part out. Good evening. We'll be starting at 7. I just logged in to say hello to everybody. Yeah, all right. Great, great, great. So Rekha said hello. Yes, okay. So fabulous. Hi, Rekha. We'll be waiting. Hi, Manish. Where are you from? Can you put it in the chat? If you can put it in the chat, that will be nice to know where you are from, Manish. We are starting at 7 o'clock. I've just logged in early. Rohit, hi. Good evening, Rohit. So happy to see you. Hi, Manish.
हेलो
You are. Yes, yes.
इसमें हाँ 49 ही है गैदरिंग में 49 पीपल
Okay.
सर को चैट नहीं दिख रहा है अभी
Yes. Pratiksha, can you mute yourself, please? Can you mute yourself? Hi, Manish. Where are you from? Can you tell me where you are from? Hi, Anmol. Manish, if you can hear me, just tell me where you are from. That will help me understand that, you all are able to interact with me. That's important. Yes. Just see, I'm not able to, I'm able to see some. Acha, I'm not able to get the chat. I'm not able to see. That
That's
is
my
there.
message.
But see, Manish is saying hello, but where is he from? That part is, oh, from Gurugram. Okay, okay. So I'm able to see. All right. Thanks, Anmol. Okay, so you're from Gurugram. Manish, welcome. Welcome to this webinar, which is an unfiltered Q&A. We'll start at 7 o'clock. I'm really excited, waiting for everybody to join in. Hi, Kriti. Hi, Rohit. Rohit, where are you from? Can you put it in the chat? I'm able to see the chats now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Manish. I got it. Vaishnavi, how are you? Vaishnavi, where are you from, Vaishnavi? If you can put it in the chat, please. Which place are you from? Which location? We'll be starting at 7 o'clock. There are still 11 minutes to go. I logged in a little early just to say hello to each of you and just do my meet and greet. Pratiksha, I'm able to see some of the chats, but I'm not like uh, Vaishnavi or uh, Rohit. I'm not able to see their chats. Unless Rohit has not written anything or Vaishnavi has not mentioned. I'm just asking them for their. Okay. All right. So this is something which we are waiting for everybody to join. It's going to be an interesting Q&A, something very different that we are doing. I'm excited, waiting for people to join in. In the meanwhile, I don't know if Pratiksha or Rekha can sort this out, that why I'm not able to. I can see Manish's chat. Yes, I can see that he's from Gurgaon, but after that, Vaishnavi or Rohit, if they have mentioned anything, I can't see anything. I don't know why. All right. Uh, can you, Pratiksha, can you just unmute Rohit? I'd just like to talk to him. Can you unmute Rohit? And Rohit, can you just unmute yourself and just say hello to me so I'll know that you can hear me and where are you from?
Yes, sir. Rohit this side. I'm
Yes,
from Bangalore.
Bangalore.
I think
Okay.
there is some technical glitch. I was trying to send a message, but I think there is some technical glitch.
Acha, you're not able to send a chat message?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Doesn't matter. You can please mute yourself so that, we will concentrate on the learning that we have. Pratiksha, you can mute everybody. That's fine. Videos are also off. Okay. These are all technological led things. Sometimes unpredictable things happen, but I guess that is fine till the time we can learn. And the medium of communication is going to be to me, to your hearts. That's important. And if you can pick that up and take it as a learning, that's good enough. I'm so happy, Rohit, that you're from Bangalore. And Vaishnavi, I don't know where she is from, but sorry about this technical glitch that the chats are not visible. People are not able to. I could see some of the chats, but after that, it just disappeared. All right, great. So many things are happening in the workplace, so many changes are happening, and there is so much to discuss. I'm sure we'll have a lot of value to add. Um, I can only see 8 people. Okay, right now, unless that's also a technical error or a hitch, but that's okay till the time we can communicate. Okay, Anmol has also come in. There is Anmol Kukreja. Wow, Anmol, great, nice to have you, Anmol. We are just waiting for another 7 minutes. We'll start sharp at 7. But I'm really excited because this is something which is a completely different kind of a webinar we are doing, which is an unfiltered Q&A, where you will be asking the questions and I will be answering. That's it. There is no other, if I may call it faff, just a bit of information. And we are just waiting for everybody to join in. I'm really sorry about this technical thing, but I guess we are going to try and make it to ensure that what the objective of the webinar is to communicate to you guys, and that is what I will do. And you will carry home a lot of value through what we will talk because it's going to be collective wisdom. So welcome Anmol Kukreja also. Um, check, check, please check. I'm not able to see the chats. People are writing in, but not coming in.
6:46 was the last message.
Our last message was 6:46, correct. After that, nothing has come. But I guess ठीक है अभी. There are 13 people right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I want the recording on, transcript on. All right, so there are things that we are trying out. Thank you for your patience. Going to make it very, very interesting for you guys. Even if the chat doesn't work, it's all right. You all are going to ask me questions which will be orally, so don't worry about it. You will be unmuted and you can ask me the question, and I would love to answer. I'm waiting to answer because there are questions which will be something which is absolutely unexpected, which might be happening in your career, and I want to see what's happening. And this is one of the rare seminars where live we would do, where it's purely Q&A. So completely value to you. It's completely focused on you. So I'm excited about it. Thank you for everybody joining in. At least I can welcome Dhananjay Khandekar. Thank you, Dhananjay. I was just telling everybody there is a bit of a technical snag. I don't know why chats have stopped working, but that's okay. We will continue our webinar with the full zeal and enthusiasm because you are going to be unmuted and it's only a Q&A. So you will ask me your question till the time you all can hear me. That's perfectly all right. So unless you all couldn't hear me, then I would have uh, been a little concerned, but you all can hear me fine. Tasleem, welcome. It's my privilege to welcome all of you joining this webinar on a Tuesday evening. I'm sure everybody's come back from work. Hi, Mohan. Hi, Mohan. How are you? Yeah, all right. Acha, they are visible. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. So on the mobile, at least I'm able to see the chats. That's a good thing. Okay. And you got to find solutions now. So I can see your chats in the mobile. Somewhere on the laptop, it's not happening. All right, great. So you are from Pune. Uh, Vaishnavi, you're from Pune. Fantastic, fantastic. I can see it on the mobile. So we've solved that problem also. That's how we have to work. It's another 3 minutes to go, and we'll be starting in 3 minutes precisely. Gandhra, welcome to you. Mohan, Ninad, welcome. Ninad, where are you from? If you can just tell me in the chat. If you can put it in the chat, I'll be able to see it. If I can see it, fantastic. But again, I'm emphasizing you all are going to be asking me questions verbally, orally, and we are going to unmute you and you will ask the question. Till the time you can hear me, there is full value in the webinar. That's about it. So, oh, you are from Mumbai? Ninad, excellent. I think, Ninad, you keep interacting with me, if I'm not wrong, on my LinkedIn profile. That's good. I'm really happy to see all of you. Another 3 minutes, we will be starting. I hope I've not missed out anybody. Rakesh, I've said hello to Arjun. Okay, Arjun has joined. Arjun, where are you from? Can you please tell me? It'll help just. Oh, okay. Somehow I've seen Ninad's message just now. For some reason, it started working. Ninad is from Mumbai, 6:57 message I have got. So that's good news. Better news will be when I answer your questions and you carry home the value and you go back with solutions. That is important. All right, excellent. So I'm really happy. Another 2 minutes to go and we'll start sharp at 7 o'clock. Sharp at 7, we will start. That's excellent. All right. I'm going to be sharing my screen. Okay. So, all right. Okay, guys. All right. So we will be starting in another precisely 1 minute, a live webinar, which is an unfiltered Q&A. You all can keep mentioning your locations in the chat. In spite of the technical glitch that has happened, again, I'm saying for the people who just joined in, you all are going to be unmuted. So you will be asking me questions, which will be orally, and I can hear them. You can hear me. Your value is completely intact. So fabulous that we will be starting it in just precisely 1 minute. So I'm really means the excitement is really building up for me also that we are going to be doing a webinar which is live and completely Q&A. So it's 6:59 now. We'll start sharp at 7. Give me a minute, guys. Thank you. Views, opinion, always valuable. Thank you, Ninad. I really appreciate it. It's only 1 minute to go, and in 1 minute we will start. I hope you guys are also equally excited as much as I am, because that excitement has to be there. And if that excitement is not there, there's no fun in life in general, right? So let us kind of wait for another minute and we'll just throw it open and start the webinar. Excellent. I'm really looking forward to adding a lot of value to you guys. Okay, so it's 7 o'clock. Thank you very much, everybody, to spare your time on a Tuesday evening. I know everybody has come back from work, and it's excellent to see that you all have spared this time to come for the webinar. I'm really grateful for that. I'm going to make it very, very interesting, and such an interesting topic for me is that I'll just be doing a Q&A. So it's only you ask and I answer so that I can give you value. And when you go from this webinar after an hour, you will be carrying home direction, which will make 100% assured progress in your career. That's my guarantee to you. That's something which we are doing. So I've spent about 40 years of my career. I started with the media and pharma industry in leadership teams with reputed organizations. And then in 2002, I started my own executive search and a recruitment company, Aspiration. And 6 years back, I transited or pivoted into career development and leadership coaching. So over 40 years, whatever I have gained, I'm going to be telling you from that practical experience. There is no bookish thing that I believe in. Whatever I have learned through my practice, and of course, whatever I have read, but I have applied it, and then I'm going to be sharing it with you. So generally 9 out of 10 professionals who come to me, I notice that they tell me one thing which is very, very commonly heard, which is that I am stuck in my career. Now, when they say stuck, they also say that, I feel stuck in my career and I'm really not able to move ahead. This is something common. And they could be stuck because either they are not getting interview calls, they could be stuck because they're not progressing in their career in their current company, or it could be to do with your micromanager boss, uh, his style of managing, and you are kind of hassled with that. It could be a toxic work culture, or it could be a leadership issue where, suddenly you've been asked to manage a team, large team. How do you go about it? All these things create that stuck feeling. And I always, whenever I have analyzed, I've seen that there are three things that are responsible for that feeling of getting stuck. Everybody has potential. Each one of you have potential. But if you don't have these three things, you will find that you are not able to make progress. And those three things are a written down goal, which is clearly defined. Second, you got to have a framework and a very structured approach to your problem. Certainly a structured approach. If you don't have a structured approach, you will not be able to move ahead. And thirdly, you need to have a very well defined performance metrics so that you know what you are doing, how you are doing, and accordingly you keep fine tuning your approach. And that's how you make progress. So once you have this, you will find that, your career starts progressing very well. So they still say that, fine, we don't have this thing, but can you just give us one tip which will really kickstart a career and we will start progressing? I said, okay, so let's take the example of, say, a micromanager boss. Now, okay, just in lighter vein that if you want to ask anything about your boss and he's got micromanaging traits, be very careful. Just be careful that he's not existing in this webinar. Otherwise, you'll have a problem. Okay. So just be careful about it. So how do you manage a micromanager boss? And that is the problem. Suppose somebody has that. So I tell them, how do you translate the same formula or the structure into a micromanaging boss and managing it? First, you have got to have a goal that you got to align with the management style of the boss. See, let's accept it. He's got a micromanaging trait because of his personality, because of his being a perfectionist or whatever, some reason. But you just can't keep leaving jobs, right? So if there is a challenge, we got to find a solution to that. And for that, you got to ensure that you got to have this structure. So let's see what the goal is, aligning with the boss. What should be the structure? make a list of all your key responsibilities according to your job role and take an appointment with your boss and go and sit with him. Say that this is what I believe are my key responsibilities, and this is something which I will want to solve. Can I take your inputs? Am I in the right direction? So what you do, you take his concurrence. Got a trait of micromanaging. You take his concurrence, get him involved, and take his inputs also. He may say, fine, this is all right, or he may add one or two things. At least he'll get the feeling that you took his consent. And I'm not talking of adapting to anybody's style and bending backwards. No, you are equal. You are an equal employee. But at the same time, the style is of micromanaging. So you got to involve it. And third, as far as the performance metrics is concerned, say that what is the frequency at which you would like me to keep you updated. So let me keep you updated at a once in 3 days, once in a week, once every other day. Whatever is comfortable to your boss, you all can arrive at a mutually convenient system to ensure that you keep him updated so he feels a little secure. And once that happens, you will find that this problem gets solved. So this kind of a thing excites me that today in the webinar, I'm going to be doing exactly the same thing. I'm going to be answering your questions. One tip also, if I give you, it will change the game for you. And if you can carry that home and implement that, you will find that your career trajectory starts moving positively. 100%. That is my guarantee. So remember that this is collective wisdom. So if I'm answering your question, uh, we will be unmuting you. You will be asking me question orally. I will be answering it. So don't worry about it. First, let us start. When we start, you can raise your hand. When you raise your hand, I will see it. I will select it and we will unmute you. And then you can ask your question. That is how my request is, please bear with that part because we need that kind of a silence. At the same time, there has to be learning for everybody. All right. And it's collective wisdom when you will go from this. So just because your question is answered, don't just leave the webinar because the webinar is going to have so many people asking different kinds of questions. It could be related to your problem or unrelated. They could be from some other industry, but it can be related in some way and that will serve as a learning for you. That's the advantage of a group kind of a Q&A which we are doing. So I would request everybody stay back. And also at the end of the webinar, we are going to be giving you a free gift. That is also, so wait till the end. Now, the purpose of doing this webinar is because I do believe very firmly that every individual, every professional has huge amount of potential. It's only a matter of, seeing things in a different light. The moment you shift the meaning and shift it, you will start seeing solutions. And that is what I do in my coaching completely. I help you see things in a different perspective, completely out of the box, non-traditional. If we can do that for you and give you a framework, fantastic. I know that once this webinar is over, I will be satisfied because I would have added a lot of direction to your career, which will be positive. As I mentioned, please do not leave the webinar only because your question is answered. There'll be collective wisdom. There is a free gift. I have developed a LinkedIn networking ebook. That means, strategic networking through LinkedIn so that you can really build up connections. People mistake networking as, okay, just knowing people. It's not about knowing people. It's about really building connections by adding value. That is what you will learn with this free ebook, which my colleagues will put it in the end after the webinar is over. I'll just take about 2 minutes to set the tones and give you a little perspective as to how the job market and how the workplace has evolved. See, today now skills have become more important than experience and education. Believe you me, that is something which is happening. And I'm not saying that this is from the World Economic Forum. 30% of employers in India are shifting to skill-based recruitment. This is very, very recent. IBM India has adopted a skill-first policy. There are so many employees in IBM who do not have the required education, but they have the skills. Now, they have been recruited and there is proof there that they are doing well. And this is a shift that is happening. 76% of Indian professionals say degrees matter less for jobs. 30% of total learners in upgrad are age 50 and above. Very recently, day before yesterday, Economic Times quoted this. It only goes to show that everybody is wanting to upgrade the skills because employers are open to that now. This is reality. This is the changed workplace. And 82% of professionals believe that companies prefer candidates with the right skills. So it is the skill enhancement and the focus on skills, not on education and experience as much. So this is an opportunity for you to really showcase your skills to ensure that you fit into the right job or make progress. What is driving this? Why is the skills become more important? The key drivers are, obviously we all know, technology. Technology, the AI, the technological advancements, what has happened, it has propelled the companies to do things at a faster pace. There are growth opportunities and there are so many functions that have got technically handled. And because of that, there is a lot of bandwidth with the company, but they don't have the required talent. Because the supply, if they were going to be only on the traditional route of going only by education and experience, there will be no talent left. But that is why the shift to skills has happened, and this is an opportunity for each one of you. So you can ensure that with the technological advances, if you have the skills, you can always approach employers. That's the positive side of it. The second driver is startups are growing. A lot of startups. In fact, the recent budget also will propel startups more. There are so many relaxations that have been given. So startups are open to people with skills. They are not really hell-bent on education, or they are not really hell-bent only on experience. The third is the diverse talent pool. 67% of Indian organizations diversifying hiring strategies because they need people with different kinds of skills because the growth is coming in. There is a lot of collaborative ability that is required. All these are skills that are required. Remote and hybrid work have become the norm now. There will be different kinds of skills and systems and processes that are required. So when you are collaborating or when you are working in a remote or in a hybrid environment, you require different skills and evolving job market. So the job profiles and the job descriptions are also undergoing a change. You will find that there are many nuances in the job description that have come up, which is something which is new. So these are the drivers for why this emphasis on skills. And challenges in transition to skill-based hiring is there. You need really accurate and unbiased skill assessments because traditional recruitment would have very straight-jacketed things that, okay, you have a resume, you have experience and all that, and that is easy to monitor or assess, not monitor, assess. But when it comes to skill, you really require, for practical skills, you require something which is sophisticated tests and tools. And most importantly, companies will have to train their HR to identify that, okay, this guy can be hired because of the skill. Now, that's another challenge that the companies are facing. But in spite of the challenges, there are a lot of advantages that are there. And those benefits are quite a lot because companies can really access a broad, diverse pool of talent, including individuals which were overlooked by traditional recruitment because they need diversity. There are growth areas that are coming in, they need diversity and they have to include everybody. So diversity and inclusion, what we call it, is something which is there and skills are becoming important. Secondly, it also helps filling in the critical skills. That is important. So if there are gaps, you can fill that up when you have skill-based and diverse talent. This is the advantage of skill-based hiring. This is something which so what is the implication for all of you people? This is, I'm quoting the country head of LinkedIn. Professionals are approaching their careers with a new mindset. While salary is still a key consideration, we are witnessing a new generation of workers who are more at ease with their career twists, turns, refuse to compromise on the values. The value of the company has become important. The mission goal of the company has become more important. And if you can align with that, you are in. I can assure you about it. That is something which is happening in the changed environment. Let's look at what you can do as an action plan. So continuous learning, no replacement for that. You got to learn. Upskilling is required. Growth mindset, build resilience, handle problems, handle obstacles, and actually you have to fall and get up. Fall and get up. That is something which you have to do. Then only you can grow. Transferable skills are becoming very important. Communication, critical thinking, empathy, leadership, collaborative skills, all these are transferable skills. So don't get diffident if you don't have a experience or an education. Please make that effort and attempt to approach employers or in your company also upskill and showcase to your boss that you've been able to diversify and you have the skills because there is a demand within the company itself. If you showcase that to your boss, take that initiative. You can do many other things by upskilling so that you can get into the fast track career mode. Internships are gaining importance because of the practical experience. Freelance projects, many of the experienced people, I have, in fact, I just wrote on LinkedIn day before yesterday, they've quoted me saying 50 years plus people have to get in for digital certification, which is happening also. There are so many certificates. At the same time, you can take up freelance projects to gain that. Forget about payment, just do pro bono. but you can gain those skills because skills are in demand today. This is an opportunity for you. Digital certifications, which are, the micro education certification, you must do that. And there are credible sources available. Strategic networking, build valuable connections. That's very important. Storytelling, you got to learn to tell stories. Your means in my coaching, what I do is a car format and how you can tell stories that will engage even your bosses and even prospective employers. And let me tell you, resume is losing its importance as compared to what it was. And there won't be it's just time is coming that you will be asked to send a video of 1 minute explaining as to why you are a suitable candidate. This is all happening because of the technology, and all resumes are looking the same. They are just machine led, so the importance is going down. If we don't take note or cognizance of all this, we will be left behind. So my urge to you is that ensure that this was just to kickstart the webinar, and I would appreciate that we throw open the questionnaire and the answer session. Just to give you a very quick background as to specifically what I have done. I'm rated as one of the top career development and coaching leadership coaching voice on LinkedIn. I've spent 40 years as a founder and CEO of Aspiration, leading recruitment at that time. Now for the last 6 years, I'm into career development and leadership coaching. Spent my initial 17 years in corporates like ZTV, Times of India, so many others. Conducted 10,000 interviews, and I've really serviced 500 employers. So I'm really talking from the experience that what the employers need, and then I'm advising. I've been speaker at many reputed HR forums. I have written, I'm very, very passionate about blogging. So I write articles with publications. I've been interviewed with many podcasts, and I'm very grateful to God for that. And finally, I'm rated as one of the top career coaching voices on LinkedIn in these areas. And these are the organizations I worked for: India Today, ZTV. ZTV, I was a senior vice president. So that's only about me. And I'm really grateful to life that I'm able to add value to all of you people. Thank you very much. I'm going to be stop sharing the screen and we'll open the session for a Q&A. The procedure, as I mentioned to you, is that you just got to raise your hand and I will identify. All of you will get a chance. Don't worry about it. So Nandaraj has raised his hand. Nandaraj, please unmute Nandaraj, and Nandaraj, you can ask your question. Yeah, sure. Vaishnavi, we will come to you also. Next can be Vaishnavi. Please make a note, Pratiksha. Yeah, all right. Please unmute yourself, Nandaraj, from there, and so that I can hear you. Just unmute yourself. No, I cannot hear you. Just unmute yourself, please, from there only. There is a mic button there. Just go to the mic on the top right hand and just click and unmute. So you will unmute yourself. Please do that. See, on the top right hand, there is a mic button. As soon as you take your cursor to the extreme right, next to the share or next to that leave the meeting, you will find a mic. Still not able to hear you. All right. Let us, by the time that gets sorted out, can we look at Vaishnavi? I do not know whether this is a technical thing with your end or here. Let us talk to Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi, can Pratiksha, can Vaishnavi be unmuted, please?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, hi Vaishnavi. Yes.
Hi.
Good evening.
I hope I'm clearly audible.
Absolutely clear. Loud and
Oh,
clear.
great. Thank you. Okay. So, hi, Sarabjeet.
Yeah.
Firstly, thanks
Hi.
for all the insights that you have provided till now
Thank you.
regarding what are the trends that are taking place in the job market currently. That is really helpful for someone like me who is currently trying to change, doing a career transition and looking for job currently. So, it's really helpful.
Sure.
So, getting back to my point, so I am an HR recruiter with an experience of around 3 to 3.5 years of experience into operations and talent acquisition. So currently, I'm looking forward to change my career into Workday HCM consultant role. So, if you can help me understand, like what can be, will that be a good career path for me to like for the growth perspective, and what all initiatives that I need to take from my end to get a better job in the Workday field.
So you're wanting a Workday consultant's job. So are you looking for a job in a consultancy firm?
No, so like I just mentioned a terminology as Workday consultant, but if I start my career in Workday, so it will be like I'll be starting as a Workday analyst, majorly working firstly into the support side and then getting back into the integration and configuration side. So more of like I'll be starting on a functional side if I get a job. So I need guidance on that.
Sure. So it is a good move. Now, what do you need to do? Are you getting any, have you started applying for jobs?
Not yet. I'm preparing for the workday role yet. Like I'm going through some videos, trying to understand the concepts that are there in the workday HCM. And see, I know it from the domain, like HR domain side, but then through workday, it's little different. I need to understand what kind of configurations that are happening there. So I can't understand the whole technical part right away because I don't have the tenant access or something like that. But still, to get to know how the workday works and what kind of features that are there for the particular components that I know about. So yeah.
What are the skills that they are looking at, or what have you gathered whenever you've done this homework? What have you seen that that requirement is there?
So there are different components like first is workday recruiting, then there is workday compensation, workday payroll, onboarding. So these are different verticals we can say that are there in workday HCM only, and then there is workday finance and PSA. There are more other verticals that are there. So my point being like see, I don't have experience in workday HCM as of now. I'm a pure HR recruiter. So what are the pointers that I need to keep in mind to get into workday HCM role? To my plan is to get into big four companies because in workday it is very important to get into workday partner companies because then that companies will help you get certifications, which means a lot in the workday field, and that can help us increase our compensation and get good promotions in the later part. So yeah, so that's
All
it
right,
is.
Vaishnavi, I got it. So in the Workday consulting field, which are the transferable skills that you feel are something which are in demand? That means, is it analytical skills? Is it servicing skills? Is it skills to solve problems? Which are the transferable skills, which are not really related to HR domain, but they are more to do with Workday?
So I can say into the support function, it is about the servicing skills that you have mentioned just now.
Okay.
So that is something that is transferable, and yeah.
How about collaborative skills? Managing
Yeah, but
stakeholders?
those collaborative skills come into the picture when we are on the senior role. So
Okay.
onto the ground level, I feel,
It is more of servicing.
yeah,
But these are company specific roles, right? So there are companies that you are targeting, correct? And if you're
yeah,
talking of the big four,
because
you're talking of the company, right?
yes, because then there are selective companies that are using Workday as their HRMS or HRIS tool.
Okay,
So I can target only those companies, and
sure.
so
So what
I
I would
do have knowledge. Yeah.
Sure. So Vaishnavi, what you should do is, do homework on each of these companies. There is no replacement for that. Do not
Hmm.
have any approach which will be a general approach. So if it is among the big four and you're looking to target that, what is it? What are the kind of clients they are handling? Can you
Hmm.
relate something to those clients' servicing needs?
Hmm.
You'll have to go to, say, a LinkedIn company page of, say, for example, one of the big fours, KPMG, for example. KPMG
Yeah.
would be on your target list, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So look at the company LinkedIn page, see the kind of clients they are having, and write down what are the clients. And you'll have to get into detailing. First, understand that these kind of clients, what would be the need in terms of servicing, and what will be the skills that will be required to service such a client. So if you have any information about the industry that the client belongs to, whichever client you find, because that is open
Hmm.
information that they are servicing these clients, that even if you go to the website, you'll come to know, right? So
Okay.
understand from them the the approach has to be completely non-traditional, Vaishnavi. Do not just send in an application. That means online application and just wait for the response. You will not get any. You will have to do this homework much before you apply. So if you have understood, and servicing is one of the critical skills, and you are at a level where in consulting for say KPMG, these are the kind of clients they have. What are the needs of these clients, and try and understand what could, you'll have to conjecture a pain point, that what could be the real pain of these clients, which maybe KPMG is facing with these clients, and how can you support them. Try and align two things. One is your own skills of servicing. You have servicing skill, I'm sure.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that is something which is transferable. How can you align this servicing skill to the need of the KPMG or the likes of those companies, and how can you service those clients and solve their problems? So they will also have, I'm sure they have problem solving also as one of the requirement.
Yes.
Huh. So take up cases and build up stories of success about how you have solved problems in your HR domain in the last 3.5 years. Make a list of them so that you are able to showcase or demonstrate to them that yes, you are got that skill also, which is of problem solving. Second one is servicing. Third most important is align your value and passion to the mission of say KPMG.
Okay.
That is very important, because why KPMG and why would you like to shift? What is it that you need to actually write that part down? Because today, as I said, as I just showed you also, that values companies are wanting to know in a candidate, if you are trying, what are the values he gets to the table? Does he have some innate values which are similar to ours? And that finds the connect. So you'll have to do that. All right, Vaishnavi?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Vaishnavi.
Great.
Let's take the
Thanks so
next
much.
one. Let's take Rohit Kulkarni, please. Pratiksha, please unmute Rohit. And Rohit, please unmute yourself from there, and then you can ask me the question. You want to switch on the video, please switch it on. It's better, I can see
Good
you.
evening, sir, Sarabjeet. I
Hi,
hope
hi.
I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible. You want to switch on the video, you can
Sarabjeet,
do that. That's your comfort level. If no, that's okay.
no, I'm facing some connectivity issue.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine.
So,
Yes, Rohit.
Sarabjeet, first of all, it is pleasure to hear you as
Thank you.
always.
Thank you.
And my question is basically it is in three parts. So I just wanted to know regarding job search. I needed your guidance. When it comes to job search, is LinkedIn really that effective? First question. And second, are LinkedIn and Naukri profiles are enough to land you a good job? And how to check, how to ensure that my profile is top notch and it is meeting current market standards?
Okay. So I'll answer it in two parts. One is LinkedIn is extremely effective. It is very effective in terms of forming connections. People mistake LinkedIn as a job portal. It is not a job portal, but yes, you can form connections, and connections is different than networking. That means you really got to have real connections with people. So LinkedIn is a beautiful platform to do all your homework about the prospective employer. So if you are targeting, how many years of experience do you have, Rohit, totally?
14 years.
14 years. So when you're targeting certain employers, do the homework on LinkedIn, using LinkedIn. Who are the kind of people? What are they looking for? What are the pain points? Go through the LinkedIn company page. So if you shift the focus to the purpose of understanding what you are wanting to apply in terms of being like a business consultant and the client being your prospective employer, and trying to understand what is their mission, goal, and the pain point. If you can do that, you'll be able to relate it very well. So LinkedIn is beautiful to understand all this and then network strategically. Do not fall into the trap of just depending. Second part, do not fall into the trap of depending on online applications. Naukri, you have to have your resume, have it, but do not get so I would say don't go overboard by just trying to see, okay, what should be the keyword that I should add so that my resume is shown up to the recruiters. Yeah, you should have a good showcased resume with the right kind of keywords with a nice headline. Yes, but after that, it is going to be that you can keep it. Ensure that all the keywords which are key to your job are there in the resume. That is 100%. For LinkedIn, also in the headline, do not write ever that I'm looking for a change, or uh, uh, don't give any indication of where we are showing any desperation. I understand that we need to showcase ourselves on LinkedIn, But LinkedIn will throw up your profile, not just because you are present there. You can do that in the headline. You can add certain optimized keywords which are pertaining to your hard skills. Do not put any soft skills in the headline. So do that, so at least you are visible in the headline. That is important. But besides that, if you really want effective results from LinkedIn, you'll have to spend some time networking. uh, Even if you're not posting, but you should be able to identify the prospective employers, commenting on their posts meaningfully to form relationships with them, and then you see how you can make inroads into that. That is what I would suggest. Okay, Rohit? All right. Thank you,
Thank you,
Rohit.
Sarabjeet, for your guidance.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Let us move on to Ninad. Ninad, can you be unmuted? Pratisha, can Ninad Naik be unmuted, please? Ninad can be unmuted. If that is not happening, to save on time, let's do with Tasleem. Please do with Tasleem, Pratiksha. And you will have to unmute yourself at your end, Tasleem. And if you're okay with switching on the video, fine. If you're not, that's also fine, because we basically need to communicate. Yeah. So Tasleem, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Tasleem. Hi.
I would be comfortable
It's
sharing the
perfect.
video, but right now, as
Perfect.
I'm in driving, I
No,
think
no.
it's fine.
It's perfect, Tasleem. Please
So,
ask your question.
my a little background I'll give. I'm an engineer with 14 years of experience, which is over teaching and in research, and 4 years in the pharma industry. Other technology-oriented person. Right now, I'm trying to shift my career to data analytics or business analytics. I've been
Data analytics
upskilling
or
my
data analytics or
business analytics.
business analytics. Okay.
So the difficulty, your starting introduction gave me an affirmation that today's recruitment being skill-based, yes, I do have a lot of scope. But I am facing a difficulty that because I have over almost 14 years of experience now in a different kind of domain, the response I'm getting to my application is very minimum. So do you have any tips for me? I'm trying to build a network over the LinkedIn. I'm trying to connect with the people, get into a conversation that I'm doing as per my part. But apart from this, could you
Sure,
give
Taslim.
me some more tips?
I'll give you. Have you made a list of target employers?
Yeah, a couple of them. Not a
Okay.
very vast list, but 7 to 8 employers I have listed,
All
and
right.
their employees
Okay.
who had been, yeah.
What do you do with those employee list?
What I have done is most of them are either ex-employees of my current company,
Okay.
or I have known them somewhere. They had been in touch, like my current or past employers. We know
Okay.
some way.
Okay, fine. Very good. If you
So
have that kind of a network, sorry, Taslim, I'll just give you a tip. Because if you have that kind of a network, just name one
yes,
organization that you would like to join. Just name one organization. Any.
Bristol Myers Squibb.
Sorry.
BMS, Bristol Myers Squibb.
Okay. So,
It's also a pharma company.
okay. What do you think
They
is
do
the,
have
sorry, they do have?
a lot of openings for the data analyst position.
All right. So they have a lot of openings for the data analyst position. Tell me, what is their mission and goal of that company?
They're basically into pharma production and medical care providers. Not exactly care providers, but medicine, drug providers.
Okay.
So a lot
What are
of
they wanting to
medical
achieve?
data they have. And see, my idea is because I have been involved mostly in the simulations, either in my research or in the present company, I am presently involved in analyzing a lot of data,
Sure.
technical data,
Okay.
not the otherwise the other types of data. So I'm looking to get into a company which does have a lot of technical data and would like that analysis up to a business point of view.
Fantastic. I got it.
So the scope is there. But
No, but tell
my
me
point is,
what this company, Taslim, tell me what this company's mission and goal is. What are they trying to achieve with this data analysis and which you are good at? I'm just trying to help you give a tip. Just tell me, do you have any idea about what their mission is of the company, what they're trying to achieve as a company? Data analysis is support which is going to achieve their mission. But what is their mission? Any idea on that?
there not very crystal clear, but yes, getting the drugs or the frame drugs formulations that they have to the market, managing their clients who are supporting different CDMOs will be supporting them, who will be delivering their projects, and then this company would bring in the required formulations into the market.
All right, fantastic. What is unique about this company? Anything that is you think is really unique and they are very good? When you said data analysis and they are very good with that, what is unique about that company? I'm asking you this question to
They
only
cannot
help you.
quote.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I understand that, but uniqueness, I could not point out as such.
Okay, okay.
Since
What I
they are
suggest,
the kind of leaders they are, the way they are
they are leaders. All right.
top-notch
So
pharma companies,
they are
the kind of
leaders.
culture they have.
So they are leaders.
Yes.
They are leaders. And if data analysis is a very critical role which has played a very contributory factor to they being number one, you would like to be a part of that, right? Correct? Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now, your skills of data analysis, you are saying is very good, and you would like to have that data analysis transition into business analysis, right? That's the transition that's the kind of role you are wanting, correct? Tasleem?
No, I'm basically a technical kind of a person who use different kind of softwares to
Okay.
generate data in the present company. We
Okay.
help with the scale-up operations in the pharma companies, where the
Okay.
process being transferred from the lab scale to the manufacturing scale. We do a lot of assessment, lot of simulations before actually going for the batch. So
Okay.
that kind of data I generate and present that analysis from the technical perspective,
Technical. Okay.
not
From
from
the
the business
technical perspective.
perspective,
Okay. Okay.
from
From
the
the
technical
technical perspective.
perspective.
Got it. How do you think this analysis will help this company achieve what they are wanting to achieve?
Uh,
Think about it.
Maybe not directly.
Ah.
That is where my upskilling part is coming into picture. I'm trying to learn different techniques like SQL or Python, and then get into a stream where I would be able to analyze and do the presentation parts for the other data as well. Like,
Fine.
for
So,
example, they will get different drug data. That also I can do. I should be able to do.
all right. Now, that is fine. You will diversify in terms of your skills and you will become more valuable. But the point is that you have to approach these recruiters who are not responding to you because of your past experience. So, if you have network of known people, can you ask these people for what is the role that you're targeting? Just tell me the designation, please, Tasleem.
This is where I'm confused because the roles that are open are like they are asking for 1 or 2 years of experience. So when my resume goes and it says 14 years of experience, I am screened out.
But there would be
Because
some
what
roles
I
which will be.
understand is the budget of that thing will be also very different compared to what I have presently. So there will be many constraints,
No,
right?
that is true. But you don't find any roles which are with higher experience level.
No, that would be relevant experience.
You're talking of
Exactly
relevant
being a
experience.
data analyst in 5 to 6 years of exactly data analytics experience or the business analyst experience, they will ask for that, which I feel I do not have. The kind of experience I have is not exactly the relevant experience for that.
So, all right, if
So
there
I
are, say,
have this feel I need to start at the beginning part only.
got it. So, it depends on what your career objective is. Are you able to take a little bit of adjustment and a back step to make that, I wouldn't say compromise, make that adjustment to start at a level which is slightly lower because this is something which is, if you are passionate about it and if you can upskill yourself and if you can get at that level in a company which you desire, you will be able to cover up for whatever you feel right now is a loss in terms of maybe, that stepping down. So are you open to adjustment from that point of view? A little bit?
Yeah,
You are
yeah,
open.
yeah,
Yeah. So you are
very
open to
much.
that.
But this is
But you're not getting
the
the
feedback
response.
that I have received.
Okay. I will give you a tip here.
And the
Now,
network I have,
hmm,
I'll put one point, sir. The network I have are not the direct recruiters. They are also employees in some other department.
doesn't matter.
So they
Doesn't
are
matter.
kindly helping me refer it to the hiring manager.
Doesn't matter. Tasleem, if you have anybody in the company, irrespective of whichever department they are in, not in HR, not in recruitment, not even in the domain that you are in, but they can recommend or refer to you, what you should do, first of all, if you do not have the required skills, which is say there are 10 skills that are required, and you feel that you have only 3 out of that, and the remaining you have to upgrade, and that is the reason why you're not getting it, try and find out what will be the besides the hard domain skills which you will have to upskill, as you said, some of them SQL and you'll have to add, but try and find out what is the pain point of the job, because every job has a pain point. Now that network you can use to land up with informational interviews, which the purpose is that you go there and meet somebody. So suppose you know somebody in the company, you say that, who's the hiring manager, can you please arrange a talk with him? If you have to talk or if you have to meet in person, whatever is feasible with this referral that you're giving, go and talk to them and understand. First of all, say that this is what I have understood on the basis of my data analysis, which is more technical skewed. And I believe that you will be looking for people with this kind of a skill set. But I also bring to your table, uh, what are the other skills? Suppose there are about 10 skills. All 10 of them will not be technical. There will be certain skills which will be transferable, which will be also required in terms of maybe collaborative, stakeholder management, analytical skills, problem solving. All these skills are also there, Tasneem. Those skills have nothing to do with your specific domain exposure, which you do not have. Am I right? Are you with me, Tasneem?
Yeah, I understand this part.
So
Getting
problem
it.
solving, analytical skills, creativity, stakeholder management, collaborative skills, find out what is there in the job description. And then when you go and meet these people or talk to them, you should find out more. And then the guy will say, okay, I think this is what the whole role is holistically. And these are pain areas. In those pain areas, try and find out what are those transferable skills which you can fill the gap with. And you will get a response. But the approach cannot be that you just make an online application and wait. You will not get a response with that. And since you already have a network, use that network to introduce you to people within the company. And not with the objective of just getting a job, but getting more information and validating what you have collected. All right, Tasneem, I hope I've given you some food for thought. Please think about it so that others also get a
Yes,
chance.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
thank,
Thank you for conducting this session. It's
thank you.
really
Most
helpful.
welcome. Stay till the end because you will get a perspective from
Yes,
others also. That is important. Okay. Dhaval,
yes,
can we
definitely.
unmute Dhaval, please? Taslim, you can mute yourself. Pratiksha, आप कर लें. Please unmute Dhaval if Dhaval can speak and ask his question. I'll come to everybody. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Dhaval
hi.
Rawat. Hi,
Hi.
hi
Good
Dhaval.
evening, Sarabjeet sir.
Yes,
Really appreciate the kind of valuable content you put. I came across your content first on Facebook. I have to tell you.
thank you.
Yeah. So just
I'm
a little
happy.
background.
Yeah,
Yeah. So just a little background about myself. So I work in the marketing domain. I have roughly 5.5 years of work ex, out of which roughly 3 years was an entrepreneurial stint wherein I was running a marketing agency servicing multiple different clients. Right. So currently I am working in a B2B organization, sort of a Lala organization, and I am looking to switch. So what my concern is, like, I have a good profile. I have been known to deliver, but like when it comes to selling myself, like giving interviews, I do not come out as somebody who knows his craft. Okay, like I am unable to like really identify what the recruiter wants to hear, and like I never have had a very holistic feedback given to me, so I am quite confused on those lines,
I
to tell
understand.
you.
I appreciate that. Dhaval, tell me, how many years of experience do you have in total?
So 5.5 years of work experience.
Okay. Dhaval, so what? I'll just give you one tip. First of all, write down your success stories in a car format. What is a car format? C for challenge, A for action, and R for result. This
Okay.
format will really structure a lot of demonstrable ability to the interviewers, because when you write down success stories, you are reflecting that you have certain skills. So this
Right.
is something which you should first do. So you will have a format ready, that's raw data, car format success stories. Second,
Right.
identify from the job descriptions which are the skills which you already have. And when
Mhm.
you are saying that, you need to demonstrate to interviewers, but you're not able to come up with what the interviewer wants to listen, the more homework you do on the interviewer and the company in terms of their mission, the goal, and the pain points of the company, you can devise or customize your genuine answers. I'm not talking of anything which is practiced or rote or anything, but genuine answers which will solve the problem of that company. You are there to solve the problem. So wear the business consultant's hat and start doing homework. Write down your success stories in the car format, and you will see that your confidence will be high. If you have done your homework to the extent that you've understood what the company's pain point is, what their mission
Right.
is, and you are able to relate to them, that's saying that, okay, your values really align with my value, and this is how I'm excited about it. The moment you can show that to an interviewer, you will start getting that connection.
Right.
Okay.
Sir, actually, I do research a lot. I believe, like, so where I have a gap is probably, see, as I told you, I've not really had a structured work experience. Let's say, as I also mentioned, like I currently work in a traditional sort of a company. So if I am going for a more modern sort of a company who is more technologically advanced in terms of like marketing technology, there are automations and all. So that is the gap where I lack. So when I, let's say, attend certain courses also, those do not give me a hands-on experience. Like for example, in an interview, I was asked like, what is your process to, let's say, execute a holistic marketing campaign? So I've done those on a smaller scale and not maybe in the best structured way. So that is where I lack, I believe.
No,
So
so
how can I fill that gap?
sure,
Yes.
I'll tell you, Dhaval. So when you have successfully executed a marketing campaign at a smaller level, write down the success story, identify the
Okay.
skills from that, because the
Right.
skills can always be extrapolated to a larger setup also. And in that, the transferable skills, your understanding of brand, your understanding of strategy, and then try and relate it to what the problem of this prospective interviewer is. They will have a problem which could be at a larger scale, but the principles of marketing still can be applied, provided you have a story to tell. That's one. Second tip I will give you, have an elevator pitch ready. What is an
Mm.
elevator pitch? In 45 seconds, you should be able to tell what your skills are and who you are, how passionate you are about marketing, and what your strengths are. Pick up certain skills in marketing which are across in demand. If you can
Mhm.
do that, what happens? Your elevator pitch will open up doors for the interviewer to ask you more questions and will initially only find the connection. If you can do that, you will be able to relate better, and the interviewer will feel, okay, ठीक है, let me ask him more questions. And when he asks more questions, you will be in a position to demonstrate through success stories. So please write down these success stories, 10 of them, 15 of them, keep it ready with you. From that, identify the skills. From that, again, when you're doing the research, and as you said, this question, for that, you have to have an elevator pitch, so that that elevator pitch tells the person that this is who I am as a marketing professional, whether it's a small scale marketing campaign, which can be extrapolated, and those same skills which are transferable can be applied to a larger scale, can be done. All right. Okay.
Right, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for your question, Dhaval. Please think about it. I've given you food for thought. Manish, can
Yes.
we have Manish? Manish has not raised his hand. Sorry. Shankar. Yeah, Shankar. Shankar Iyer. Hi, Shankar. Please unmute Shankar Iyer, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, Shankar, you are. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I've been following you for long, and we have been interacting on
Thank
Facebook
you.
as well as LinkedIn. My
Thank
question is, I have about 26 years of experience on marketing sales. Okay. And as you know, when I say 26 years, I have evolved from the offline to the digital life. Okay. And most of the time I get rejected based on my age. Even though they have budget, no problem, they say. So they say below 40 or 42 maximum. So though I have been following you, these elevator pitch and a lot of things, I research about the company, the recruiters, and also CEOs, everyone. I present accordingly what I'll bring to the table, how I will execute, and why they should hire me. A lot of things, but still, some people after conducting interview they say that we do not have that budget, Shankar. All that. Though I have come down to certain level also, 5-10% in some companies, but I still find it difficult to land on a job based on my age and other issues. Though I am well versed in the digital last 16 years, I have conducted, done more than 5.5 million, I would say, leads. I have generated more than 3,000
Wow.
campaigns I have run. I'm very successful, but when it comes to the age, I'm not able to tolerate that. Most of them directly give that, no, you are too aged for that.
What is
That's
your
where
age
I'm
now, if I may ask, Shankar? What's your age?
49, but
Oh,
I feel
that's
like 80 now.
no, that's fantastic. You are just 49, I would say. It's fantastic.
The
You
way
know the
I get
kind of
rejections, as if I am at the 80s and all the blah blah. And you won't believe that even when I handle my team, I am much better than them. I am much energetic than them. I work even 12, 13 now because I come from an entrepreneur family. I have that attitude and lot of, I create on my own lot of content campaigns or even the video marketing I've done in more than 10 languages. Though I have all this, but most of the time, people, it's like elementary school student interviewing the multiple PhD fellows. That's what happening in most of the interviews. They are not able to understand, and at last they say, no sir, we don't have budget. Even after 2-3 rounds, even after 7 rounds, they say same thing. So that's where I'm very not able to figure out and why it's happening. Could you please help me out there?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Absolutely, Shankar. See, at 49, the kind of experience you have had in terms of digital exposure of 16 years is fabulous. When people wouldn't have even kind of, youngsters would have just started. You're already way ahead. See, focus on what is the depth of your rich experience. Complement that with your resilience and your growth mindset that you've seen so many failures, much more failures than the younger candidates. Okay. Now, I know that recruiters go by perception. So try and, I would say, if you have a network in the company where you are applying, try and gather more information. If you have somewhere, the objection you are saying clearly comes out as age only, right? That is what basically they say, that you are too elderly or too
Yes,
overqualified, right?
yes,
That
yes,
is
yes.
so. The concern is that can you gel with young people? Can you even work with young people? In fact, if Mr. Marcel Parker is here in the session, he's a very senior HR professional as a director, and he had written a beautiful article on reverse mentoring, where there have been cases where younger people have taught senior people something about related to technology which could not be, and the senior person has taught the younger person, which is something which the person has never been able to experience. And it's such a beautiful thing that it's called reverse mentoring. That means you are really creating a win-win situation. So when you are going for interviews, is it that you are not getting interview calls at all, or are you facing this problem when you go for an interview?
I get lot of interview calls. The moment
Okay.
they come to know about my age,
Ah,
this what happening. Due to
so
this,
think.
I'm so sorry, Shankar. Though
Ah,
whatever you said, I have been doing that. Even I directly contact the CEOs or the investors or whoever it is, and I make a relationship. Even the best part is they give the open feedback sometime. So that is where my time also gets saved. But
I get you.
they say that though I have handled all the youngsters, almost 20 years younger to me in my team and all very successfully, I am very good at team management. Even I got people management certificate, all that, award. But now most of the companies, in order to, or they don't even interact with me a lot. Before that, they arrive to a conclusion that, okay, you are too aged for that. That's where it's not moving further.
No, so can see you yourself are convinced that you have got more number of I wouldn't call failure, but more number of I would say, obstacles that you have handled in your lifetime for the last 49 years as compared to somebody who would be at 29, 30. You
Yeah.
agree on that, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you have to bring that point up because that is the difference. The kind of depth you have is something much better. Now, how do you demonstrate to an interviewer that this is so? My suggestion and one tip will be try this approach where you tell the interviewer that, okay, fine, you are saying my age is more or I'm overqualified or whatever. Why don't you give me a project and give me, say, 2 days, 3 days time and let me work on that project and come back to you with a solution. So challenge the interviewer to give you a project which he feels is something which is within the domain of your marketing and sales. And they feel that, okay, this is a challenge we are facing right now. Shankar, can you tell us what we can do about it? Ask them that, can you give me a project? And then say, give me 3 days or 4 days time. And when you get that project, do your homework and networking in a manner that you really have something to showcase according to that company. Try this approach. Have you tried this ever?
Yeah, I have done that. I have a, called key pain points and the probable pain points and the potential solutions. I create that. The
Ah,
only problem is sometimes, otherwise, if they have some budget issues, suddenly they try to change the topic. Oh, you do not have the much exposure in our industry. So we are looking for other candidates, something. Though I am ready to voluntarily give them the report and all. I even prepare about 10-page report on the company, like why customers don't choose them or why choose them, what is the target audience, and where they lack in the industry. I do a complete research also, and
no,
based on that, I
sorry,
have given
Shankar.
to. Yeah.
Sorry, I appreciate. Sorry for interjecting. So that I
Yeah.
don't miss this point. Do
Yeah.
you present all this your project report of reports in the
Yes, I
first
have
interview
given.
itself? No, in the first interview itself, or in the
No, no,
subsequent interviews?
I keep it ready in the first round itself. If they have time, I show them. Some people, that's why I told you, some people have extended to 2-3 rounds also. They collected all the detail, then they come and say that even one company yesterday I got, they offered me 50% of my current CTC also. They said you are aged and this is what we have budget all that. But whereas when they advertised a much big figure on the portal also, the CTC and all. But when they offered, after seeing all that, you have got lot of jumps in your career, all blah blah blah. They started giving excuse. I said that's okay. So many, like the industry wise also, I have prepared my reports and all, like real estate, the hospitality, or even like wherever I work, the industry wise also, I have the reports and all ready. This is how I used to share with the companies and all sometime. But many CEOs are very kind. They openly come and say that because of the budget, Shankar, or age, any of these two, they say to me. So this is what happening.
No, all right. So my suggestion here is my suggestion. If you're
Yeah.
taking so much of effort and already presenting such a report which is detailed, my suggestion would be do not present this report without doing informational interviews. Now, what I mean by informational interviews, see what happens is if you do not have the exact requirement, if you have a network, use the network to get real-time data and information, even about what their budget could be. So you do
Sure.
not go wrong. So you do not
Yeah.
go wrong. Otherwise, what happens if you're presenting something on the basis of what you feel in the first and you keep it ready and then you show and you get rejected, you lose that opportunity. My suggestion would be do not do this. Be like a business consultant. Try and
Mm.
first do the homework. And that's why those informational interviews are very critical. Use your network to meet these people. Say that if you have a network, request the person that I'm not asking you to just forward my resume to this hiring manager. Don't do that. Say, I want
Mm.
5 minutes from him. I want to talk. And in that very pinpointedly, you should have some questions ready as a marketing senior professional because believe me, Shankar, you have 16 years of experience in the digital. So many seniors would not have that. So you have your pluses. But I think the approach that you can fine tune and little bit change is do
Sure.
your homework to such an extent that you have the exact information, the mission, the pain points of that particular thing, including the budget, and then work around a project report which will
Yeah.
actually be fine-tuned and customized according to them. So that part, if you start doing, you'll start finding that you are able to connect with the recruiter far better. Because today, I assume what is happening is you are taking a lot of effort because of your knowledge and because you are very valuable. But at the same time, if they find, see, there is already resistance because of age. Now that's a perception problem. But believe you me, as you will upskill and as you will present yourself with a real-time solution as to what they are looking for, do something which will really surprise them pleasantly. They'll say, wow, this is what Shankar has brought to the table because of his experience. That experience and your age should become the advantage to them. Showcase to them how you've been able to manage teams of younger people, because sometimes the worry is also that if we get too senior a person, maybe the younger person might not gel. Show those qualities also when you're interacting with them. If you can present your case according to a very customized thing, first understanding and then presenting, I think you will get far better results, Shankar.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Shankar, thank you so much. I just want to
Thank
give a
you.
chance to one more person, please. And
Thank
I
you.
hope I've been able to give you some food for thought.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Not at all. So we can look at Saurabh. I don't know whether we have asked him. Who are the other people who have raised their hands? One second. Okay. So let's go to Priya. Yeah, Priya, can we unmute Priya, please? Yeah, hi, Priya. I can't hear you. Just unmute yourself at your end, Priya. Unmute your mic. Just go to the top and unmute. On the right hand top corner, you'll see MIC mic written. Just unmute yourself. आप उसको unmute कर लें. नहीं हो रहा है? On the top. Okay. You try in the meantime. Omkar. Omkar, would you like to give it a shot? Omkar. Priya, आप please try करें तब तक. On the other side, you can just click. It's happened. It's happened. नहीं हो रहा.
Yes, sir.
Okay, try.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, Omkar, you are audible. Please, please, your question, please.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Firstly, thank you. I've been reading your posts on Facebook, and I really like your no bullshit approach regarding career.
Thank you.
So, quick background: I am into education field. I am a visiting professor in a college and also a soft skills trainer. And yeah, a visiting professor for English language proficiency, which somewhere overlaps with soft skills. And I've also recently done my government certification as a psychometric counselor. So, uh, coming to the main question, what are your opinions regarding PhD in education? I've been thinking about it, but is there any future in PhDs in education field? And secondly, about my skills. So I think I have a good portfolio in soft skills development and English language proficiency, and also the psychometric assessments. So what can be a probable good dish I can cook with these skills, which is quite future proof?
Absolutely. So you are in a very good area. Education related areas are anyway booming. PhD will remain valuable. You can always consider it because that is something which is not that you have to leave your job and do it. You can do it simultaneously. Am I right? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So that is something which you will do. It will only add to your value. If you are passionate about it, please go ahead and do it. There are people who are specifically inclined towards PhDs. If that's the kind of personality you have, please do it. As far as your skills are concerned, you have excellent skills, psychometric or soft skills, the areas that you're talking about. What is your objective? Say 3 years down the line. I really don't want to ask you 5 years, but 3 years down the line, what do you see yourself doing? What's your heart's desire, career objective?
Uh, I know one thing for sure, sir, that I want to continue in education field. Even my psychometric assessment tests tell me that I'm quite made for that. That is my inner inclination. And but I don't know exactly where I should see myself down. I mean, 3 years down the lane, because permanent posts in education field are quite limited nowadays. And the situation is so that sometimes you also have to pay a hefty donation for those. So hence I am here. That what are the probable career perspectives in me for my skills, for even private industries, to say for that.
So That's what I was coming to. Are you passionate about only the education industry, or you can use these skills in, say, for example, the corporate HR departments?
Corporates as well. I've had students from around 5 countries in the past where I've trained them in all the practical aspects. And those were corporate students. And I was doing that as a freelance soft skills trainer.
How do you enjoy the corporate work culture? Means when
Oh,
you
I
think
wouldn't.
about it.
Uh, I do enjoy it. I'm not really thinking about whether I will enjoy it in the long term because, as you said previously, that even our inclinations do change over time,
Yeah.
right? So
No,
I've
would
read
you
this in
like
one
to
of your
use?
posts actually.
Sure, Omkar. Sorry, would you like to use these skills in a corporate environment at all, or you are really wanting to be growing in the education sector only?
My first priority would be trying to grow in education sector. But if I'm getting better chance in corporate and even money for that matter, where I'm using the same skills, right?
Yeah.
Training people, in the practical aspects of language or team management, time management, all these practical things. That's fine with me. That's education for me.
So what I would suggest is that give it a shot by trying to appear for some interviews so that you get real time feedback in terms of what the employers are looking for and what are the kind of salary levels there. You'll do homework on all this before you go, obviously, but still try and appear for 1 or 2 interviews and see for yourself. And you get that real time feedback from them so that you get that relative comparison whether it will be worth shifting to a corporate at this stage or no. Because we all keep changing in terms of our priorities, we are evolving. As far as
Right.
education is concerned, the skills are really valuable. Within education itself, look at, uh, today an education, which is the you are attached to a particular institute or you are doing it on a
Yes.
freelance basis. You are attached to a
I'm
particular
attached
institute.
to I'm attached with Symbiosis International University. Actually, I'm not qualified to teach over there, but director sir of Symbiosis really liked my portfolio and all the feedback and all those things. So he called me there. Hence, I'm quite convinced that this is where I should pursue.
So it depends on what your individual likes and dislikes are. If you are the kind who will want to add value through the education to the students and use your skills, the industry is good. And I think Symbiosis International is fabulous. They are really one of the very good institutes that you have got there. From there, you can then plan that, okay, fine, if this is the institute and if I want to grow either, depending on what kind of a career path you can be offered in Symbiosis, you can move to another institute with the exposure to skills which could be something pertaining to maybe, or maybe it can be a little diversifying of your skills. Suppose you tomorrow move to an engineering college and you might get a different kind of exposure. So within the education sector itself, you can have a lot of variety of skills that you can develop and keep your job role evolving and fulfilling that you can do, Omkar. Now it all depends because you are one person who I can see that you're very passionate about education. You can always explore. It's a good field to be in, no doubt. It's something which is really, and you are in a very good company right now.
Thank you, sir. And what is your opinion on psychometric tests, sir? The test which you mentioned earlier, which
Yeah,
are used to test person's skills, does it fall into that category?
yeah, it will. But psychometric tests will be no replacement for, uh, say, for example, taking a decision. It can only be an aid because there are so many psychometric tests we have seen where the candidates come out very differently, even though the psychometric tests had mentioned. It can be an aid. So that is going to have its own value. It will depend upon who is using it, to what extent, and what are they using it for. So it will remain valuable, but it will never be a replacement for decision making. So are you good at that? You are good at that.
Yes, sir, I think so.
So you can continue adding that. You can add more skills to your training and soft skills so that you become a much more holistic person. But uh, means I'm saying do not focus exclusively on only psychometric skills. But yeah, today companies are looking at skills. So it, as I said, for moving into the corporate, just the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So appear for some interviews, do some research, and get some real-time feedback as to whether that will be an attractive thing. Then you'll get your answer. Okay.
Any specific type of industry, sir, you would like me to, approach
In
in
terms of
corporate?
No. So in terms of training needs, I would say all companies are looking at training, but there are industries specifically which are to do with IT. They give a lot of emphasis to training. So you can explore that. And it is quite mature in terms of training. IT.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, Omkar, no problem.
Thank
Thank you. Nitesh, can he be unmuted? Nitesh, please. Nitesh Ramakrishnan. Hi, Nitesh. Have you been unmuted? If you have been unmuted, just go to your top corner and unmute yourself and
Yeah,
please.
I
Yeah.
am now.
Hi, Nitesh. Hi.
Thank you so much. Hi, hello everyone, and thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Quite insightful and quite exciting to learn so many new things.
Thank you.
So I am close to Shankar. I'm 48 years old and with 26 years of experience,
Fantastic.
predominantly
Fantastic.
in the domain
You
of
are a young guy.
compliance.
Nitesh, you are a young
Yes,
guy.
absolutely,
You
absolutely.
ask your wife, what will she say?
That's why she stays in a different place than where I am. That's a different topic altogether. But
Okay, okay. All right. This is all in lighter way.
so
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So I am a compliance professional, predominantly worked in financial institutions, also worked in Google.
Nitesh, you can switch off your video. I think it's getting stuck. Maybe there's a network problem. Just switch off your video because I can't hear you right now. Nitesh, I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear you. Your videos got stuck. Rekha, can you hear Mr. Nitesh Ramakrishnan? Radiksha, can you hear Mr. Nitesh Ramakrishnan?
No, sir.
Okay. So, Nitesh, I think your videos got stuck. Let's kind of, okay, I think he got disconnected. All right, one last question I can take from Pawan, please, because of paucity of time. It's 8:10. Pawan, can we unmute Pawan Shikatkar? Shikatkar, yeah, Pawan. Yes, please, Pawan. Yes. But please hold on. I'm going to be giving you that free gift also. And there are certain reports that we have of the top jobs in 25 jobs in the country. We also have some reports which will tell you city-wise which jobs are there. So you can help. In fact, Omkar, you can also be finding this very useful when we give you that list of which are the jobs that are growing. So please stay just for another 5 minutes. Yeah, Pawan, please.
Thank you. Good evening, Sarabjeet. Good evening to everyone on the call. You're one of the people I fondly follow on LinkedIn and on the other media as well.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the great work that you do.
Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you.
I had a query for my younger brother. He is an IT professional and he is working at a slightly senior kind of position, but he's working in a domain which is infrastructure, and there are very few jobs that are coming by.
Pawan, just give me 1 minute. Pratiksha, Rekha, if the meeting needs to be extended by 5-10 minutes, please do it. Okay. Sorry, Pawan. Yes, please go on.
Yeah. I was checking this for my brother. He is an IT professional, but he's working in a domain which is primarily into networking and infrastructure and all of that,
Okay.
which is one of the pillar for most of the organizations. But given his kind of experience and the stable profile that he has, it's still difficult to kind of see an opportunity that comes by. There are very scarce opportunities for him, and in the current position where he's stuck, he's unable to move out because things are not working. So what else? I follow the tips from your end. He also follows you, and we look at things that we can implement and practical things that can be executed. But somehow things are not working. And how do we make things work for him?
Which industry would he fall in?
He's for the last two organizations. He's associated with the banking industry. He was associated with MSCI and Morningstar.
But why would you say that the banking industry doesn't have much scope? Or
there
is
are
it
no opportunities coming by for given his profile. I mean, given the typical way that one would look at is which is like LinkedIn or Naukri, he's not getting them.
All right, all right. So you're saying the banking industry, the role that he's doing is getting limited. The role is not
It is
really
more or less like an indexing. So MSCI is an indexing company which has indexes or so.
Okay.
So even though he's worked, but there are things are not moving. So how should we make things move?
Yeah, I would suggest first do one SWOT analysis for him. Let him do his own SWOT analysis, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Let him write down where he's good at, what are the threats that he faces, opportunities, and weaknesses. Now, areas of improvement, I may call it, not weaknesses.
Okay. Right.
On the basis of, second, write down success stories, 10, 15 of them. From that, you identify which are the skills. So that will demonstrate that these are the skills that you have. Now take the SWOT analysis and take your skills from these success stories and write down all the skills which are strong and whatever has come out in the success stories. When you have a basket full of skills, which would be including hard skills and soft skills both. Soft skills would be like analytical ability, problem solving, creativity, collaborative skills, teamwork, communication skills. All these will be soft skills. Your hard skills will be something to do with your clear hardcore domain. Once you have identified that, then take 10 job roles. I'm saying 10 job roles, which will really match almost, you can say 80% of the skills that you have. So suppose you identify a job role which your brother is interested in, ask him to identify 10 job roles and make a list of all the skills that are in demand commonly across those 10 job roles. Suppose you do that. If there are common skills across 10 job roles, try and see if they can match with this, what your brother already has. The ones which will match, you try and apply for them. Because today what is happening, job descriptions have also undergone a change and skills have also undergone a change and the emphasis on skills. I don't see a problem why you should not be able to get. So first get clear on what is it that we are wanting to apply to. Then things will get clearer and he'll be able to find a path. Are you
That's
with me?
that's quite insightful. The other thing that I want to check is if he was to change his career at this juncture, would it be practically feasible?
What is his age?
He turns 41 in a couple of months.
Absolutely. Absolutely, he can. 100%. Why not? It's all depending on what kind of value you show to the prospective employer. So first do this exercise so that you are very clear and excited about what you're looking for. If you know what your goal is, you will get excited and you will be able to make a pitch for yourself. You will do it. Please do it.
Okay.
I can say.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so
Pawan,
much.
thank you. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank each one of you to have spared time. And I hope I've been able to give my 2 bits to you so that when you're going home, wear on your thinking cap and you'll be able to identify that. Hi, Jay, how are you? So, Rekha, can you just please put it in the, for all of you, there is this free gift of the LinkedIn networking ebook. There are 2 other valuable things I will say, please take home. One is the Indian Express report. Rekha will put it. Rekha, can you just announce it? If you have unmuted yourself, just announce what you're putting and please put it. Rekha, are you unmuting yourself, Pratiksha?
Yes, sir.
Rekha, are you there? Okay, so by the time Rekha comes in, so there is an Indian Express report which gives you the top 25 jobs in the last 3 years. So Onkar, to answer you and to all of you, you will find some trends that have happened in the last 3 years. So you will know which jobs are, even for your brother, I'm saying, Pawan, that will help. Second, LinkedIn has come up with a report in every city, which are the topmost jobs that are in demand. And that has been quite well done. This would be indicative, but this is quite indicative of what are the kind of jobs in every city. So whichever city you are in, you will get 10 jobs from there. So please have a look at that. She's going to put that link and she's going to put a LinkedIn networking, strategic networking, which I have developed an ebook. That ebook will be so valuable to you, how you will be able to form connections with people, not only in terms of prospective employers, but even connections in your existing job, how you can build that. So look at all these 3 things. And I can assure you these 3 things combined together will give you a lot of sense in your career in terms of your direction. I don't know, Rekha is, Jay, if you can speak, Jay, and just
Yeah,
has it been put in the comments, please, Jay?
yeah, I'll just check.
I think Rekha has put it,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
Rekha has put it. Yeah.
Okay. So all the links are there. You can download it, and Pratiksha, my colleague, will also be mailing you this ebook to each one of you in a PDF format, so you can use that also. So these links, please copy it. There are 3 links. One is of the ebook, which we have developed. Second is Indian Express report of the top 25 jobs in India for the last 3 years. So that gives you a trend of what's the growth. And LinkedIn each city-wise, which are the jobs. Please download this, copy paste from there. Rekha's already done that.
Excuse me, sir. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
Yes, please.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm not able to see those links on the chat box.
Sir, we can do one thing. We can mail this to them also.
Okay, okay. Fine,
Yeah,
we'll mail it.
we'll
I
mail
think
it.
you know what is happening. I am also not able to see it, but I'm able to see it on the mobile. So somewhere there is a
Yeah.
technical glitch, but on the mobile it is available. You can see it on the mobile if possible, copy paste from there, but otherwise we'll mail you all the 3 links. Don't worry about it. Pratiksha will do it. Pratiksha, all 3 mails links have to be mailed to each of the participants who has participated today. And thank you very much. Good night. And I really enjoyed adding value to you. Do give us feedback. And my colleague Jay will be putting up a post tomorrow about the webinar. We would request you if you can just say what your experience in the webinar was. That will really help us because it will encourage others also that you all found value in this webinar and how you all interacted. So this, Jay, we can put up the post tomorrow, thanking everybody
Yeah.
and
Sure, sir. Sure.
and request you to do that. And wish you all the best in your career. All problems can be solved. That is something which I would like to leave you guys with. And anytime, anything, you all can always write to us. We have got so many free resources. Our website address is also what Rekha has put in. You can have a look at that. Anytime you all feel that you all need any of our services, most welcome. Okay. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Pratiksha, and thank you, Rekha, all my team members. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bye.